Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you've been enjoying our CRV upgrade videos. Today we're going to be upgrading our headlights. As you can see, these are the original old ones. They are pretty cloudy, even after doing the refinishing of it, you know, a couple of times, which did clear them up some, but they're pretty cloudy. So today we're going to be putting on some real brand new blacked out ones that are really going to spruce it up, put some LED bulbs, give it some brightness. So stick around, you're really gonna like this.
So let's go ahead and get started. So you can see here that the headlights will have a bolt right here, a bolt on top right there, and then underneath where the bumper is, there's a bolt right there. So what we're gonna have to do is actually take off the bumper, and then we'll be able to remove the headlight. It's not really that hard to take off the bumper. You have two clips up here, these two right here, and then there's a screw on the bottom that you have to take off, and that's all you have to do. Don't break your clips, but I'm gonna break it because I can't.
Might be good to have a few extra clips, which you can get on Amazon, like 100 of them for a few bucks. So
yeah.
These clips break pretty easy.
They're a pain in the butt sometimes, but it is what it is. Anyway, so just get that clip out. That's just gonna hold this top tray to the bumper, but it is gonna limit your movement if you don't detach that first.
You could also use a clip tool besides a screwdriver, which we have actually.
All right, so once you get those front clips off the front clip, you're just gonna come down here in this fender, and there's a hole right here, an access hole to an 8mm bolt, and that's on both sides. You gotta take that bolt out to remove the bumper.
Now we're hitting the other side.
It is at a weird angle, so you have to face it with it for a second just to get it on there.
You may turn your wheels to one side, give you a little more room.
So on the front, after you get those two bolts out, you're gonna have to get some clips, these clips out. So there's two clips that go to this dashboard on the front. So once you gotta get those clips out, there's also a clip right here. If you have there's normally a plastic shield that goes right here. We removed that because of the new tires rubbing. But if you don't have new tires and you don't need to do that, typically there will be a little plastic clip right there, and then this bolt goes into that little tray as well to protect this area. But we removed that, so. And that's the same thing on both sides. So just take all those clips and those two 10 or 8mm bolts on both sides, and then you can get this front bumper off. So once you have that bolt out right here, and all your clips and small 10mm bolts underneath that hold it onto that under tray, just pull firmly right there, and you're gonna pull underneath slowly, making sure that you don't pull too hard, but you do want to pull firmly, and just don't forget any clips that you have to remove. I'm just going to pull right there, pull straight out.
Is it clipped onto this at all?
Yeah, so you can either remove these two clips right here, or you can take off this whole tray. I'm just going to take off this whole upper tray.
All right, let's take the tray off.
And you can actually, you don't have to take the tray off, you just have to take these four clips out, and that will remove this top part from the front grill. All right. All right, so we have these 4 clips out now. Now the scroll can detach from it, and so we're just going to pull firmly on both sides and it's gonna get hung up a little bit right on that air box. Just pull up a little bit, and that will come right off like that.
So one other thing you do before you pull the headlights out, what we did, we have a garage, or if you have a wall, put a piece of tape at where the center beam of your light is at. That way this will help you to align the new lights when you get them in. That way they can be in the same position. So this tape is right at the top of our old, beam from our old light. And so when we put the new ones, we know exactly where to adjust them to.
All right, so once you got all the bumper off, you're gonna unplug this main light. There's 3 lights in here. There's a main light bulb.
Then you have plugs in.
That just plugs in. Then you have your running light right here, which you should untwist so that you can use that in your new light. And then
you twist left or right.
You're gonna twist it toward the inside of the car.
Okay.
So if you're on the right side of the car, you're gonna turn it into the left. All right, so once you get that one up here disconnected, just twist this one as well. And so just twist it towards the inside of the car, and that will just pull right out. And then then you have all 4 bulbs unplugged. And so then you're gonna take the 4 10 millimeter bolts out. There's 2 up top, and then down here, if you look, there's a bolt that goes into this bracket right here, and then underneath, right in, where is it? Right there. This bolt right here pulls into a bracket on the light switch as well.
So just take all 4 bolts out, and this light will just pop right off.
All right, so once you get all 4 of those bolts out, then you're just gonna pull out like that. This bracket is gonna flex a little bit, but that just is there to hold it up. So just make sure it's off of that bracket, and it should come right out like that. So these are the LED headlights we got. They are a LRTER or LRTER brand, and so if you look inside the box, it has a description paper or whatever, but it also just comes with these. And so it's a plug-and-play system. Basically, this plugs into your factory harness, and then
it has the fan on the back, keeps it cool. Don't touch the LEDs because they get super hot, and you want to get your oils on them. But they're good for 50,000 hours. They got 6,000 K brightness, so they're basically strictly white. In our state, you can't go any higher than 6K because it's illegal. So you need to check your local laws on the type of LEDs you want to put on. We'll get them in.
So these are the housings we got. They're black housings, and so they only have the chrome piece in the center. I like the way we look the way it looks, so that's the ones we got. But they have other options as well on eBay.
It still has a plastic film on it, so
just keep that in mind. But we're gonna put the link to the description of these in the description of this video, as well as the LED lights, so that you guys can look at these as other options that they might have. But we'll go ahead and just put these on for you. So we have to remove these reflective protective areas right here.
Where the bulbs go in. So this also has a dust cover. Go ahead and take that off because of the new LEDs that we got. We'll have to hook into.
So it's just a sticker that goes onto right there, so just peel that off. And there's also one for the other light down here. So just push that in, and then you can peel that off as well.
So on these dust covers, they're a little bit too big for the LED. So we're gonna go ahead and snip a little bit of this cover off. Just go down to the first ridge.
All right, so these LEDs can only go in one way, as the same thing as your regular bulbs. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this clip out. You're gonna insert the bulb, and so you can see that it kind of forms like a Y. There's 2 tabs on top, and there's 1 tab on the bottom to line it in. And then you're just gonna put that metal bracket back on, just so you can hold that that bulb in for you.
This just has a little thing that clips into to hold it in. The LED light rim is very thick, so it makes it a very tight fit. You may have to use a screwdriver
to push it in
to get it down in there.
So it's just so it's easier to put it inside the new light housing. We're just gonna unclip both of these, and then so what you're gonna do is just gonna place it back where it's supposed to be. You want to keep in mind wherever the clip is before you take it off. That's where it's gonna go after. So I put it in like that, and then you twist it to the left. Or actually, hold on. I think I have to put it in the other way. And twist. There you go. So like that, just so the clip's facing towards the inside of the car.
You do the same thing with the turn signal.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and unclip that, and then you're just gonna put it in the slot and twist it. That's how it goes.
All right, so now we have the LED in.
Now I gotta put
we put the dust cover on. So we got the dust cover that we modified to fit that fan. These LEDs have a fan motor on the back. It's a little bit bigger base. So it just slips over that. So that's how the dust cover goes on. So now we can go ahead and remount the light. Go ahead and plug your plugs in. Just makes it easier.
Not having to do it after.
So once you get all those 4 screws back in, you can now do your adjustments. There's 2 adjustment screws. The top one, which is, oh, it's hard to get the camera in here.
You gotta turn.
Right there, that screw right there, that galvanized, that adjusts the up and down, and then there's one down lower right there that does the up and down. I'm sorry, the left and right.
Yeah.
So, and remember, if you tape your garage door some wall, that you can make some real easy adjustments on that.
And you can see up top, I think there's little letters on top of the light that say D and U. So if you turn it to the counterclockwise, it's gonna be down. You turn it, or clockwise, it's gonna be down. You turn it counterclockwise, it's gonna be up.
Great. Then all you gotta do is put your bumper back on, and you're good to go. So one thing we did before we actually bolted in is actually test the lights. Just plug them in and test them. And as you can see, these things are extremely bright. So we'll go ahead and get this bumper back on. Well, that concludes this episode. Hopefully you guys liked it. We certainly enjoyed doing it. Subscribe, leave a comment or two. We'd love to hear from you. Check out our future upgrades and episodes. We'll be making a few more, and we're going to do a reveal of everything we've done to this CRV. So that should be exciting to watch too. Thanks again for watching.